All right, hello everyone. So this is just showing someone an idea for increasing receive performance, basically. So this here is probably about the best you can do to reduce common mode noise. If you do have a common mode noise problem, you're definitely going to find it out with this type of setup here. That looks very terribly soldered on, but it is soldered. The downside of doing this, where you have two separate like windings, like they're not connected to each other at all, is that the performance is bad. Your through performance is really bad. You lose about 2 dB, which is, it's not that much when you're receiving. Do not transmit through this. This will not handle any type of power. But yeah, anyway, so you can see, where do we start to work there? It's probably looks like it's best around 2 megahertz there. So you're dropping 1 dB, but on 40 we drop about, let's see, what was that? Hang on, 2 dB, something like that. By the time you get up to 10 meters, you're down 7 dB. So this hurts your through performance, but I'm going to show you what happens with the common mode performance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unsolder the grounds and then hook them onto the center, or I could just lift the ground leg actually, but I will connect it center to center, and you will see how much common mode noise gets through. All right, I'll do that and come back. All right, now I've got them connected with center to center. So basically the only type of signal that can get through here has to kind of jump this gap like a capacitor. So you've got very little common mode getting through. I do have these alligator clips here, but these actually do nothing. They're just mostly holding the bellon. So the VNA does have this ground plane in here which connects them. So you don't actually need to connect ground to ground on the VNA. But if you look at the results, this is common mode rejection. So it does get worse as the frequency increases. However, if you can see that focus there, that would be nice. That is 57 dB of attenuation down on 40. Obviously, because it is basically a little tiny capacitor, the further up you go in frequency, the less it will perform. And you've only got 45 dB on 10 meters there, or 30 megahertz, so just above 10. So yeah. This is a very good way of rejecting noise if you have common mode, but it's only good for receive. So you might want to only do this on SDRs, or maybe have a receive transmit switch, like a relay. I am going to try and build up a jig so that I can actually show you. I'll try and inject common mode noise and try and show you what it actually does. Yeah, so the signals that maybe that you'll be able to hear if you do have a common mode noise problem. Alrighty, okay, I'll try and set something up. It's going to take me a while, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, this looks horrific, but I'll try and explain it. So yeah, it's in bypass mode at the moment. I've got a switch here so I can turn the basically short out this little one-to-one isolation transformer so I can bypass it, or I can have it engaged. And I've got this here. This here is an attempt at common mode coupling, because differential mode should have no effect on this. So differential signal shouldn't matter. But with common mode noise, I need a way of getting it in there. And the only way I can think about it is magnetically coupling it in, because how am I going to put a voltage on both these reference to some ground plane when this is a ground plane? So I don't know. This is just an attempt. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to find out. So the setup is a little janky. It's not like I've got bad connections somewhere. It's probably just this VNA. As you can see, it's not completely trustworthy. Yeah, just fiddling around with it. You give me all types of nonsense there. But anyway, this is about the best I've seen. So this is obviously in bypass mode. And when I click it over, click, you'll see that SWR curve comes back where it, zips off, and you get that loss at the higher end. All right, so I'll put it in bypass, like so. And I'm going to try setting up some type of coupling. Now, I actually do have a noise generator. Noise out on the hammered up. I haven't used this for like a year. I was using this with the RTL SDR V3. These are very expensive and a waste of money. Do not buy these. Buy a V4 instead. But because it does have that noise out, I'm gonna use that to couple in the noise, and I'm gonna use the tiny SA to see the signals. It's upside down in Australian there. There you go. So I'll set up this demo and see if I can kind of get what I want to happen. So yeah, give me a second. All right, so now I need to fully explain the setup. I've got my NanoVNA as a signal source. It puts out about -10 dBm, and as we can see, going through in bypass mode, through the attenuator, because this measures pretty sensitive levels. So -10 here, dBm. And I've got my Nuelec here noise source. So I'm going to plug this in. I've had to do a little bit of a trick to try and get this common mode noise to couple in. It's a bit annoying. I had to add a huge ground. I've run an extension lead to the ground side of the the tiny SA just to get some coupling, because obviously I need a ground plane to try and make some let the noise couple in. Rightio, I'm going to plug this in, so you're going to see it. Well, you should hopefully, assuming my setup's all correct, see it increase in noise, and we'll plug it in, and there we go. I don't have a lot of noise coming out of this thing. It only puts out -30, 40 dBm or something like that, but the coupling is just via, you know, this common mode coupling is just by this. So that's the best I can kind of do as far as I know. But the noise floor did increase. So I'll switch this in and out. There you go. That's the, you can see by the SWR as well, actually. When I switch it in, you get a worse SWR because, yeah, that little toroid. Take it out. So this is in bypass mode. Put it back in line. And take it out. Now, it doesn't look like a lot because I'm not really good at... This is the first time I attempted this, and as far as I know, I don't know how to couple this noise in otherwise. So here we go. This is an attempt, but you can see it makes a difference. Quite a big difference. You see the noise up at 10 megahertz there is hanging around 50. Actually, I might extend the range on this. You're going to see some extra... Hang on, when I can find it. You're going to see some extra harmonics of the NanoVNA because it's not perfect. So go 30 megahertz maybe. Well, not 330, it's too much. All right, megahertz. And yeah, there you go. So you can see a harmonic of the VNA there. So you can see this noise coupling in. That's actually, yeah, okay. So it's coupling much better at 30 megahertz. I don't know if it's gonna, I haven't seen this yet. So we're gonna switch that little toroid in. Take it out. Put it back in. Take it out. Put it in. You see the signals of the differential, which is the NanoVNA, are almost unaffected. But when I switch the toroid in, oh, hang on. Yeah, I do have a dodgy connection. You just saw it. The signals die then. But yeah, you can see that noise. It almost hits 30 dB there at nearly 30 megahertz there. And when I switch it out, it goes down to like 55 maybe. So if everyone ran an extra 20 dB of power, so instead of running 100 watts, I'd be running a kilowatt, I think. No, hang on. No, that's only 10 dB, isn't it? I'd be running 10 kilowatts of power. That's the type of difference that you'll hear if you can get rid of common mode noise. So, something to consider. Something to consider. All right, 7-3 VK4 Delta Lima. Have fun.